Yo, we are back with another episode of Daddy Issues. Yeah, man, we back again, y'all. Back again.
And Chaz.
Chaz
let's
is
just get it out the
missing in
window.
action because he doesn't care about y'all or this podcast.
Facts.
He just doesn't care about y'all as listeners
At all.
You know, he doesn't like y'all. He told us this in the group chat. He's like, I just really don't like the people that listen and tune in, and I really hate it when people comment. You know what I'm saying? That's what he told us.
Yeah, he
just
said it wasn't
delivered
us.
the message. Yeah, it was just like I could care less. So.
But we here for y'all.
We here.
Yeah, we
DC flew in for y'all.
I flew
He
in
did.
for
They
y'all.
flying right back out.
I'm
That's
flying
dedication.
right back out.
I think we should
Dedication.
replace Chaz. What you think? What you
Want to
think?
be Chaz's
Huh?
replacement?
He already got his headphones.
What do you say? Yes or no?
Replace Chaz? That's a keeper.
That's a
Yeah,
keeper.
you know what I'm saying?
Good. Yeah.
We got the Chaz replacement, Kendrick. There we
Kendrick
go.
out here.
Headphones.
Matter of fact, I
up.
had to bring Kendrick because of Chaz.
See,
Chaz just trash.
there it is.
I be with these kids all
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
Tuesday's my one day where I could be like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a couple hours.
Chaz.
We gotta do something. You gotta take the kids. No disrespect. No disrespect.
Look how he
sitting
looking.
there.
His face, he
was
like-
like, oh, word.
He look upset too.
This how you feel, Dad?
That's how you feel.
That's how you
I'm
feel
right
about
here.
me? Like, I
The headphones is on, but I can hear you. I can hear you,
Trash Chaz.
Trash
Birdcade
Chaz.
Rogers.
man. A lot went on this past, week. They
was a
stormed the
lot.
Capitol since we
Oh,
last
man.
returned. Stormed the whole Capitol.
Shame.
What made me laugh? Go ahead.
I felt ashamed for the first time. I was like, dang, I feel ashamed to be American.
I did not.
For the
That's
first,
just
this was the first time you felt
like
that?
for real. Like the rest of the world is seeing this with us running in the cap. And it's us, and it wasn't me.
Well, it wasn't
But still
us.
It wasn't
considered-
us, and that's why I didn't care. I was like, that ain't us. That
I
ain't
seen
America.
about a
us.
speckled threefold black. You know.
Well, one dude, the dude that I made the video about, he was actually there promoting his album. That was the blackest
funny.
thing
Okay.
you could do. He went up there. He was shooting a music video on there.
Oh, okay.
And he was promoting his album.
That's funny.
I was like,
I
that's
can take
black.
that. I can take
That
that.
is
I can deal with
black.
that. I'll accept that. Yeah,
That's black.
Yeah.
His flames going
You
up
can't
behind
get
him.
no
Yeah.
blacker than that.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, this
That's
is
a
perfect.
great video
I'm
shoot. He got the bars going, his chaos in the back. It ain't got nothing to do with his
It's a lot of people there that look
content.
like they're your supporters.
Uh-huh.
He
out
packed
here.
it out.
So yeah, when I saw it, I was like, I honestly was like, look at him. Like I got smug when it started happening. I was like, these white
Mhm.
people, man. I
I
tell
don't
you,
want to
I
hear
crossed my
no
leg.
Blue Lives Matter no
Right.
more.
See, but when
Ever again.
I travel out the country, so they look at it like it's y'all. It's like, nah, y'all don't get. That's them. We wasn't.
Nah, but
it's
look at
y'all.
you. Of
It's-
course.
Yeah. So
I don't be going out the country like that, so, you know.
Oh, I'm
It ain't
sorry.
I don't be caring about the judgment of other.
Greg is well-traveled out
Yeah,
there.
they look at you.
Every time I
strange.
go out the country, they ask me.
Every time I'm in Italy,
Every time I'm in Rio de Janeiro,
I'm sorry.
they be asking me about the political landscape in America, man. This is multiple times a year. I get asked by.
yeah, I'm pretty local, my damn self.
I'm
Greg.
sorry, guys.
Craig out here
Greg's
being
the
an
most
ambassador.
world travel.
We out
Yeah.
here. You
He's
know
the
what
most
I'm
world
saying?
travel.
When I'm in Iceland, right, they ask me about the state of America.
But I don't mind when foreigners eat us up.
Oh, because they got their own shit going on, too.
Well, that
Nah, I
but
don't
just
care.
too. Our
Yeah.
stuff is the stuff they be saying. I'm like, you right.
I just
Like I
don't
don't
care.
feel. I guess I feel a slight disconnect with some of it.
Mhm.
I'm like, that ain't had nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I
certain
just-
countries can't say a damn thing.
No,
They've
they
been
can't.
doing,
Man, even if they
doing their
right, I get
kids
a little
wrong.
defensive.
Babies making shoes. You know what I mean?
Every
Certain
country got
yeah.
blemishes.
Yeah, right.
But if I don't notice a specific blemish, I got nothing in the moment.
Right.
I'm like, damn, I ain't got nothing
Right.
on you
But other
right now.
countries don't be acting as smug, and that's why it's like
We're
nah,
very arrogant.
The greatest country,
Yeah.
and then it's like,
Mhm.
all
Right.
right.
Come here.
I'll be smug
United.
other countries. France is smug.
I don't
Yeah.
know. They all hit you with the so what's up with Trump? You be like, man, we got other things.
I
Yeah.
don't like them either. That's what I tell them.
I don't even know your president, but we know.
You're right.
That is true. They know our president.
Yeah.
Only person I know, I think, is the prime. What is it? The Prime Minister of Canada.
The bootleg Trump, the dude up that has the
Truden.
same Trump hairstyle.
The
Trudeau or
bootleg
something like
Trump.
What's his name over in London?
He be
or-
wildin'. Well,
Yeah.
you talking about the Canadian Prime Minister, right?
Yeah, Trudeau or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I know you
Is
talking
that the guy
about.
with the same comb over reddish hair?
I don't know who that is.
I think
We
that's
don't
the
know.
pri-
That's
I
how
think
arrogant
that's
we
the
are.
new
We
prime
know no
minister.
one. Everyone knows who Trump is. We don't know anyone.
He's a circus though.
Right.
It's just like,
Yeah.
man, this guy's off the chain.
I like guessing wrong. Our viewers be hitting us up with like, nah.
Oh, it's
nah,
always
that's
a
such-
correction.
It's like,
Trump
okay.
is his name.
Actually,
Yeah.
but they got Google right there. They
Right.
ain't know. They
We
ain't
coming
know
off the
we-
dome with
we
it.
coming off the top. We freestyle.
Freestyling facts.
Memories that we might not have, right? That we mixed up with other things. They
Man.
right there in their laptop. Well, technically.
Actually,
Because they be way too specific with their answers. I'm like, you didn't know that in them
Google.
numbers.
Google.
Well, actually, in 1932, there was a.
Yeah.
You don't
There's
know
no
that
way in hell you
with the
just knew that off the
specifics
dome.
and your
Right.
commas in all the right places. Get the hell out of here.
Right.
Nobody types like
I'm
that.
only specific about movie and music sales. That's it.
All my memories are attached
Everything
to a
else
grade.
is raggedy.
Like, yeah, that was like 7th, 8th grade.
Mhm.
Not a specific age.
I be doing that a lot
I
too.
do that a
Sabrina
lot.
be like, "It's crazy that you know the grade or like your age."
I
I'm
thought that
like,
was normal.
I thought that was
That's
normal,
how- That's
too.
what I. associate a
Nah,
lot of
she
stuff
be
with.
like, "I can't remember the grades like that." And I'll be like, "Yeah, I
I don't
do."
know.
Whatever it is, it takes you back to that.
takes me
time,
back.
Oh, yeah.
to that exact time.
Man,
You're like,
Doggy Style came out. I was in third period.
Right.
You know.
Oh, man, what's the songs that's going to go with this Capitol Hill thing? What dropped this week? Some little Uzi Vert song? Or...
That's your lane.
You know, yeah, you
Yeah,
the only
new
one
music.
mess
Yeah, you
with,
the only
with the
person.
mumbles.
With
We
the little
don't-
baby and the baby and
we
the little
don't-
baby and the big
little-
baby
little-
and
it's
the
just so
85.
many-
medium baby and
Yeah.
the small baby.
They are so
Tall
uncreative
baby.
with these names. It's
Oh,
just the
man.
same.
It's
Hella
all the
babies.
There's
Hella
too
babies
many
and
babies.
hella
babies.
lils.
Who is the main baby right now?
Lil
Baby?
Baby and
That's
Dub
the baby. The baby's the main baby.
No, it's another baby.
Dub
that's the main
Baby
baby.
and Lil Baby.
Lil Baby?
Little bit. See, that's
How's
what
Lil
I'm saying.
Baby over Dub Baby?
Because he's the highest selling of the year.
Oh, so Lil Baby got Dub Baby.
Why do
see,
they
the
always?
baby-
Why do they all want to be babies?
The Baby was Baby Jesus. And I guess that was too strong to come out with. So they switched them to The Baby.
Dub Baby. Okay, so who
And-
had Dub Baby?
And Lil Baby was just Lil Baby in his neighborhood. That's Lil Baby. He always with the grown folk.
Lil
That's
Baby.
Oh.
It's a southern thing.
It's another baby.
It's
It's
another
another-
baby.
Then you
several-
got regular
several
baby.
babies.
Somebody had a regular baby.
Little baby the Birdman.
But Dub Baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Baby.
No, he's just baby.
He's just Baby.
Ah, shit.
But then BG was Baby
Didn't-
Gangster, right?
Yes.
I just know him by BG.
Yeah, he was Baby
That's
Gangster.
Baby
That's
Gangster.
So
what it
didn't
was.
nobody want little infant,
Toddler?
There's a
Nobody
little
wants
embryo.
little embryo, little
Yeah,
toddler?
you know what I'm saying?
Toddler would actually probably be a doper
Little
name.
toddler would be dope.
Toddler?
Little
Toddler?
little toddler.
I hate it all, man. Grow the fuck up. I want the big mics back. I want the bigs, the big crit, the bigs, Biggie. We grown now, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Big up.
Big was better.
Big
Papa.
was better.
Big
Better,
L.
yeah.
Big Papa.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of
It,
bigs.
it demands
too.
more respect.
But you can add on something else at the end of the big to make you stand
Even
out.
if you big, you could be Big Baby.
Yep.
Glenn Davis
Yeah.
was Big Baby.
Big baby.
In NBA,
But he was
champion.
he was Big Baby, but he was Baby Shaq.
He was Big Baby Davis. That's what they call
Big
him,
Baby
man.
They
Davis.
started
Big
off as
Baby
Baby
Davis.
Shaq, and he switched it to Big Baby because Shaq was like, nah, bro.
He
You ain't
wasn't
scoring
even
enough.
that big. He was like 6. Shaq
Yeah, he
was
lit-
humongous.
Yeah, Big Baby wasn't
He was
even
just a
big like
boy.
that.
Yeah, he was like 6'7". He
Yeah.
I
was
always
humongous.
run into him.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Like 2 times. Like at the airport. Yo, it's Big Baby.
Does he look
again.
big?
Not like,
That's
you
what
know,
I'm
Like
saying.
super tall. Yeah, he's not.
he's taller than me, but it's not
Yeah.
like, oh.
It ain't like, oh,
You be like,
Big
you ain't that
Baby's
big.
here.
I remember that time, what's his name? The center for LA a few years back. Black dude, center.
JaVale?
No.
No.
I know who he's
Not
talking
Andrew
about.
Bynum.
Bynum.
Andrew Bynum. He
okay.
came to crack him up Thursday. He looked like a damn. You remember them tree
Oh, yeah.
giants in Lord of the Rings when they was walking through the
Uh-huh.
thing? He looked epically big.
Groot. It's Groot.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
like,
'cause
man,
Bi-
look at this.
Bynum was
you-
every
you
bit
know,
of 7'1".
you know the
Oh, yeah,
comedy
he was
store
full time.
room.
Yeah.
You gotta hunch in. I was like, Jesus.
Once you get past like 6'8", then it starts looking like, damn, how tall
How
are you?
tall are
Yeah.
you? I
It's
think
like
they consider you a freak of nature when you're that tall. 7'1", 7
Mhm.
foot.
Oh yeah.
You're a freak of nature.
Life is difficult once
Yeah.
you have to apply a different
Like, 'cause
edge.
Aaron
you have
Gordon-
to be successful.
Aaron Gordon's
Yeah.
what, 6'?
6'7".
10?
8?
No, Aaron's not
The
that
dunking
tall.
guy, right?
Yeah.
No, he's not that tall. He's about
I thought he was
6'8".
like 6.
It's 6.
6'9"?
You know they always listed
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
But he's
But,
buff.
but
so.
we took a picture with him he came to Lil Rel show
Uh-huh.
in Orlando, and we took a picture. I just posted it. He is towering over everybody in the picture.
Really?
Like
So-
it's not even. It's insane.
So that
He's
means that
6'9",
means he's about
according to
6'9".
Okay.
So I told you, once you get past that like 6, it starts looking ridiculous.
Dang, Aaron Gordon's that tall?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And I don't think people realize like the difference in height. You know what I'm saying? Like when they see like so and so short.
Right.
Westbrook is short. No, he's not.
No, he's not.
He's just hanging out with these other people who are humongous.
How tall is Westbrook? 6'3"?
6'3".
They got him 6'3".
Then Aaron is different because he's athletic, so he doesn't carry himself like a
He doesn't.
big.
He's
Like
big.
he's very mobile. Usually, you that tall, you can't do all that.
Because some people look lanky with it, so they
Yeah.
just be like
Would you
Like
rather be
KD.
really tall or really buff?
Tall.
tall.
Really tall.
Cause you can bulk up,
I don't want to.
and I don't even want to be
Yeah.
super buff.
Nah.
How buff? 'Cause
Like
tall
Ronnie
is-
Coleman, he can't even walk now.
Schwarzenegger in his prime.
Nah,
time.
that's too much.
That's too big, man.
I'd be tall.
I don't want my muscle to be the first thing.
That people see.
Yeah, muscle. What's up, Tone?
We'll be height too. You wouldn't even be tall. Hey, what up, big fella?
Yeah,
Big
like,
tone.
Bicep. What's up, man? Tricep. I'm like, nah, man.
Look at this.
Or like if I'm on stage, all you see is the muscle, and you're not even listening to me. Nah, man.
He said
Look
muscle.
out.
Hey,
Muscle. What's up, big
Right?
muscle?
Look at the difference.
He doesn't even look like he belongs in the same room with y'all.
Right.
Oh yeah, he's hella tall.
We look like children.
Right.
Yeah.
Once you get like, it's just ridiculous.
At that point, you 6'7", 6. You got to be playing some sort of basketball or have tried playing basketball.
You
That's
I
my
gave it a
thing.
shot.
I don't
Yeah.
mind if you tried and you was like, I'm goofy.
Right.
Or I'm uncoordinated. When I used to work at Men's Warehouse, it's just people come in all the time. This one dude came in, he was at least 6'10".
Mm.
And I was like, so volleyball, basketball, what you used to play? Nothing. And I didn't want to help him no more. Like I was that mad that you didn't even try though. Like you just
You were a little racist though. You're like,
was.
you ain't play basketball,
This
nothing.
guy.
You're
He was a white dude.
I'm an accountant. I do
You know
good
how
with
often
numbers.
he heard that? Well, here we go.
But just to
he was
try.
a white dude, make it even less surprising that he never played.
But at least volleyball, something you just talk
Yeah.
for no reason. That don't make sense.
So he's white.
Even if you're a kid, people when you that big, people be like, "Hey man, you got to come out and at least
try.
Try.
We got to try.
If you goofy, fine.
Right.
I played with a lot of goofy tall dudes, and they were just like, "This ain't for me," because they goofy.
The fact that he's white, and depending on where he was raised,
But I'll be just
sports
like,
might not have been a
He
thing.
might just be like, I suck. I
What-
tried,
Yeah.
Keon. I kept getting
if
cut.
it's not a sports world,
They
it's
kept
just
picking
like,
shorter players, Keon. I couldn't do it.
Or what if he was?
tried.
Or what if he was like, oh, I don't hoop, but I swim.
Fine, fine. Just don't be that big and do nothing. I don't care if you like, I play golf and I got the longest swing ever. Fine. But when you just walking around tall,
Doing
like
nothing.
why? What are you doing?
Height ain't got nothing to do with
Right.
golf.
No, nothing. But you at least tried something. You got
tried
extended
something.
clubs.
Sports ain't his thing, man.
I'm a florist.
Leave him alone. They don't
love
like
flowers.
sports. It'd be hard to believe that some people just ain't into sports. They just don't
Yeah.
like it.
Oh,
They
very
could
true.
care less.
They didn't give a damn about it.
I don't mind you sucking. Just try. I need you if you that big. Just like when you see them kids, like my cousin, he did try though, but he didn't like it. My cousin is 6'7", 6'6", easily 300 pounds. Like he's a massive human. And every time I see him, he looks taller. I think he's still growing.
What's he play?
He played football. He was going to play for Long Beach Poly, which
Oh,
is
okay.
a powerhouse.
Right.
Decided he wanted to play. He wanted to be in the band. Jokingly, I was like, what you going to do, play the tuba? He was like, actually, yes. Massive. But he just didn't want to play football. But he played for years and then decided, I just don't want to play no more. I don't care. That's fine. But he wasn't just walking around at this mammoth size not playing.
Not
he
doing
decided he
something.
didn't want to play after. But I was like, at least you, because he's huge. Every time you walk, we'd be like, are you still, why are you like this?
Well,
Shouldn't it just be as long as they're not lazy? What if they're like just chopping trees and that's their job? Like,
I mean, that
that's
still would use a lot of size. Yeah.
Yeah.
A tree chopper.
Right.
basically, Keon wants y'all to use your size.
That's
use
my
your
issue.
size.
For something.
Use your size.
Even if you
for
was
something.
super tall, but you was like, but I fix light bulbs
Right.
for a living. I'm like, all right, dope.
Okay,
You know,
you
you
good.
out there, no ladders.
Use your size.
You know what I mean?
yo.
Use your
the,
size.
the human forklift. At,
Yes, something.
At Costco. Yeah.
I just hang
hella
out at
big.
grocery stores and get stuff off
help
the
people
top.
with
Fine.
shit.
If that was your job, like a Postmates, but you just
Right.
people call you to get stuff, fine.
Anthony.
Use your size, yo.
Do something. I mean, they be just out here, and I'm not talking about like y'all tall.
Mm.
I'm talking about the
You
massively.
talking about above average
you
tall,
huge, and you just like what?
where you turn heads and you
Right.
like, what? So what do you do? Yeah.
No, I'm just.
That
out
would
here.
suck being that tall and have to answer that question. all the
Explain
time.
yourself
Oh,
Well, I
all
get
the
how it's
time.
probably
this
annoying as hell.
sucks.
I have big kids, so I'm like, hey, you might want to focus a little bit more on this sports because you don't
See,
want to be like.
he wouldn't even allow them to
explaining.
waste
Yeah,
it.
I'm like. You ain't
But
got to
even if you
explain.
played, the fact that you have to have the conversation
That
every
you have
time
to-
somebody sees you, that's annoying.
We working on his injury.
Yeah, yeah, man. Because it's gonna come up. What'd you play? What'd you play?
It shortens
What'd you
the
play?
conversation.
Did you play?
Injury.
So if you're normal size, you don't get asked shit. Like I don't get asked like, hey, did you play basketball?
Right.
No.
You get the opposite. You have like basketball tattoo. They're
Yeah,
like
you
you
get-
played.
Yeah.
But you'll get asked, but still frames and stuff matter.
Yeah.
So people be like, when I met Preacher, I was like, "Did you used to play football?"
He played football, right?
No,
Preacher didn't play football.
he just worked at a gym and worked out 3 times a day.
Okay.
He had nothing else to do. So like, he played. I think he played like as a freshman maybe.
Okay.
But he don't. I thought when I met him, I'm thinking he's a former college football player
Like a
now
DB
doing
or something,
comedy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he was just like, "Nah, I just worked at a gym and I just be working out." And I was like,
Makes
"Oh, okay,
sense.
makes sense." But so you could be normal, but he wasn't built like a normal human. Like you,
Right.
if I saw you, I'm like, you probably.
But Preacher's a
used to
normal
play.
size as far as height.
Yeah, but
But-
he was yoked. He's
Yeah.
not as big now. Now he's normal size. But when I first met him, he was humongous.
Mm.
And I was like, all right, you do something because you don't just look like that. For
Right.
no reason.
For nothing.
Like, why?
Yeah.
For nothing.
Yeah, that would get old. So
Oh,
actually
God.
the same.
I get asked. I'm little. I get asked like a lot. You know, I don't get asked as much anymore. But like when I was bigger, what'd you play? Oh God.
Oh, because you was like a lineman size at your
Yeah,
biggest,
you was
right?
fat and tall. So they was like, what you do?
What'd you play? Oh God.
Tuba.
Anytime you keep getting asked the same stuff, it just be like when you tell people you're a comedian.
that's
Tell me a
go.
joke.
So just imagine you living your normal life. You just at Trader Joe's getting popcorn. What'd you play?
Do y'all even tell people now that you're comedians?
No,
or in
I
the
try to
business?
avoid it.
It depends on, you know, who I'm talking to, really.
Right.
But on the average, no. But you know, when people ask, like when when you're looking for a place to live, and they ask, and you're like, yeah, I do this.
Oh, when you have to tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll be like, I do this.
Yeah.
You know.
Entertainment. I normally say
But even-
entertainer.
That's what I say. I say entertainment.
But even like when
stripper. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Magic Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dirty D.
In LA, I try to avoid talking about what it is. Everywhere I try to avoid talking about what it is that I do and just talk about regular stuff.
Yeah.
It gets kind
We
of
deal
annoying
with it
when
all
it's
the time. It's what we do all day.
And then
Yeah.
some people light up like, oh, so you're in, and it's like, all right, what you trying to sell me real quick?
Yeah.
Oh, so you
The light up.
you
Be like, oh,
yeah.
okay, all right.
Yeah, sometimes I just don't want to talk about what we do, the business. I just want to do like regular everyday stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Talk
Yeah,
about
I ask about kids. How's your kids? How's regular stuff? So what you working on? That ain't me.
What you got cooking? You know what you should write about? And you know that's coming.
yeah.
You know what you should talk about on stage?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know, I knew a comedian that, what's the name of it? Now you got to stand there while they dig up memories that they never had. I'm like, oh, God. That happened to me. We was
What's
looking,
the name
we was
of-
looking at a place to move into. I told her I was a comedian. Oh, I used to go to this one comedy club all the time. It was in Ventura County. I was like, the Ventura Comedy Club? I don't know if that was
So
it.
why are you bringing this up?
Right, 'cause
you don't know what you're talking. Why are you bringing this up?
But I
was
feel
like,
Craig
I was
on the
stuck.
LA tip. Because everybody out here wants something or they want to, you know what I mean? I don't like talking about work in LA.
oh yeah.
Because it's just like what you said. They light up or they want to.
Mm-hmm.
Who do I need to know to get here and
Right.
do this? And it's
Right.
like I'm just chilling.
Soft day.
I'd be like,
What about y'all when you land in the city and your Lyft driver's like, why are you here? Do you tell them? I just say for work.
I regret. I've made the mistake a couple times telling them, "Oh, I'm about to go do a show here," and I regret it as soon as I tell them, because they start cracking jokes.
yeah.
They start trying to be funny.
Mhm.
They start changing the station to comedic stations. What do you think about this guy? And the guy they ask you, what do you think about? He's normally probably one of the comedians you hate the most.
Or never heard of.
Yeah, or never heard of. You just be like, bro, why?
Or who have you met?
Or they go straight to the top.
Right.
Yeah.
You heard of Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
Bill Burr?
Right.
Of course.
Have you met? That's they get that a
Right.
lot. I always say, like, as soon as they pick me up, I say I'm just here for work. The only time I have to tell them is like if I gotta go get like the keys to the condo or whatever.
Right.
I'm like, oh, if you could just drive. Oh, you are here. Oh, you a comedian?
Yeah.
But luckily we're almost there, so I'm like, oh yeah, I'm working. If you want to come
And
to
then
the
you say it's
show,
over and the ride's
yeah,
over.
if you want to come to the
Slide
show, go ahead. You know, but I put you on the guest list. I guess she was cool.
And then, you know, for me too, I don't want to get too personal with someone I know I'm not gonna know or
Yeah.
talk to after anyway.
I'm so programmed not to lie anymore, though. I just be like, I'm here for a show. God damn it. And then here we go.
Well, that's why for
I
work,
just prefer never.
not lying.
Just say
no,
work.
it's not lying, but
You know what I mean?
you know, here for work that could lead into
What do you do?
what do you do? And
Yeah.
so
Well, then I gotta
be
come
like,
clean. But sometimes
yeah.
I say here for work, they just leave it alone. Like, okay, he's working.
I just don't like talking in there, man.
Yeah.
That's why I was always happy, like when I would get in lifts with other people, and then they could, you know,
They already have the when you get a
take
lift,
the edge off.
Yeah.
Like to hear would always do that. You'd be like, man, to hear be like, I don't like people. And then he'll get in the car and start chopping it up with every driver, and I just be sitting there quiet,
Just
and be
listening?
like, Tony's rude, and I'll be like, man, no, this is. I be having my headphones on, just because sometimes people just be doing too much in the car, man.
Y'all ever get the driver that want to hang out? Like he
No.
like, oh man,
actually hang out?
Yeah, like,
Nah.
oh man, after this, take my card. I'll drive you around.
Oh
the-
yeah,
Oh, yeah, okay.
got
yeah,
you. Don't even worry about this. It'll be
Yeah.
off this. I got.
Yeah.
Then they want to hang out, like come to the show. You got tickets. You got,
I've gotten that before. I think
Definitely
I've
got
had
that.
like a driver or two show up to the show.
I've definitely gotten to take my. I'll be your driver like for the weekend, or just hit me every time. I'll come get you.
I've gotten
I
that
kinda
more
like
with like
that.
on a security tip where a dude would be like, hey, if you need somebody to watch out for you, you need somebody
Yeah.
to moving
You
around.
start all of a sudden
Somebody
like, you know
to
what I'm saying?
knuckle up.
Yeah.
I come.
You know what
I
I'm
know
saying?
it's always the dude in Miami that's like, oh, if you need something, I got that stuff.
Oh, that's every
Yeah.
city.
Girl, anything you need, just take my car. You know, I look like I'm just driving, but I do more than just driving.
Everybody hustling, man. I get it.
But what makes me laugh is the assumption that everybody entertainment is looking for that.
Man.
So I get it. Every city, like if you do a little, or you
Yeah.
want, you know what I mean. I'm like, oh, I'm just chilling, bro.
They picked the right field to think
I'm
that.
like-
I understand.
I'm
it.
gonna get that
Comedians,
from
they
a
definitely
dope dealer,
do.
not
Oh,
my
yeah.
driver.
They definitely be dabbling in all
Maybe
that.
all of them.
Like, no, I don't trust you. I don't trust your quality.
I don't know
you.
you,
driving.
like-
No, just not that. You driving. You supposed to be on a
Yeah.
corner.
They were trying to drive references because I
So
hooked
if he
up
wait,
so and so.
if he-
You could
yeah.
ask him.
So if he pulled up on a yacht and was like, hey, I got the good stuff. You gonna fool with it?
Nah.
That's a yacht. I don't know where you going.
Yeah, your stuff might be too good.
And we might not come back. This the water. What I'm doing if I'm out here?
I
I'm
need
just
my
stuck.
price point dealer.
Right.
He like, now you with me. Where I'm going? I'm gonna
Nah,
swim
you
all the
with
way.
me.
You with the cartel.
You with us. You are a personal comedian from now on.
Dang.
I'm chained up telling jokes. Y'all let me go, please.
Right.
I like this little.
Well,
world.
I don't mind like if I'm in like Puerto Rico or something. When they was flying me to them places, I'm like, oh, I get 2 days. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
that's fine. But it's like when we leaving out somewhere regular, I'm like, I don't care.
Oh,
about
the worst was booking flights on them college shows.
Ah,
Oh, actually,
I
oh,
do those.
goodness gracious.
because you was broke.
Yeah.
You
Bro.
couldn't even afford the flight, and then you be like, yo, man.
Were you younger when you were doing colleges?
Yeah, I was probably like 30 when I was doing them. 30,
Oh.
28, between
So,
28 and
but-
30.
Oh, okay, 20s.
Yeah. I started when I was like 28 and then
Okay.
30. And when I get to like 33, I was like, oh, you know what?
Did
I'm
you
good.
feel tempted in the 20s with the college?
No, I
young
always
ladies?
felt weird because the colleges I was doing, we was in the middle of nowhere, like hick towns, and I wouldn't want no case or nothing out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You a
Out
big
there.
city case catcher.
Yeah, I'm a big yeah.
Big
I'm gonna do
city
my
case.
dirt in New York.
Yeah. I feel that. I get
You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
always another element of being scared of other stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
feel that. I mean, I went to
am
college in
safe
Montana.
here?
I get it.
Yeah.
I
DC
get it.
is cautious McGee.
But I was young, so I was still throwing it to the wind.
Oh, when you were doing them
When
colleges?
you're young, you're invincible. You know, you just be like,
Right.
I wasn't doing colleges. I'm just talking about when I was just out.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I was just, You're invincible.
Stronger. You know,
stronger.
you can go longer.
You go right. You know what I mean? Wasn't no Blue Chew then. When you're young,
Mm-mm.
you know what I mean? You doing what you gotta do.
Nah.
And as you get older, you know what? I can use a little
might
booster.
need
A little
some help.
boost me
You know
up.
what happens too when you get older? You're not ashamed to use the booster.
Very true.
Nah.
That's what happens. You're
All
like,
shame goes out the window when you get
Right.
older.
Very
yeah,
true.
I pair wines with it. What's gonna go with the boots?
Yeah. You put the
not
Blue
ashamed.
Chew in your cereal, like,
Right.
bow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For tonight.
you have
No
zero
shame.
shame in it. And it's not like you even need it. You're just like, this is dope. For
Yeah.
me. Like this
I
is,
want it. You know, a
I
little
don't
extra
have to,
add on.
A little extra add on, less energy for me,
Yep.
less trying.
I want the room happy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
You
it.
know what
That's
I'm
what it
saying?
comes down. I want
Round
the room
two,
happy.
I got you. Yeah.
Right. Easy work. It's
Even
gonna
if I
stay
fall
up.
asleep, it's still going to
It's still there because it's stimulated. I don't mind it at all. I don't mind because you get older, it's the less work you want to do. When you were
Right.
younger, you were trying to, I'm going to show out every time.
Right.
I'm getting a triple-double.
Mhm.
I'm grabbing 30 rebounds. And when you get older, you're like, did we get the win?
Right.
Did we
You
get
got
the
the win, right? You
Did
good,
we
right?
win?
You got the
I
right.
don't
Boom.
need to do all that. And that's what the Blue Chew does, man.
Mm.
It's the Blue Chew does all that, man. It keeps you up. You know, it's all natural.
All natural is key.
You know, it increases your performance. You get that extra confidence.
Mm.
Not that you're lacking confidence when you're older, because you just don't care anymore.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it gives you the confidence where you can be lazy.
Right.
Where you can just be, be like, I'm going to lay here and I'm still going to do this work.
Autopilot.
Right.
Mhm.
FDA approved. Active ingredients. Take them anytime, night or day. Even on a full stomach. You know, we be eating. We just said it. Put in your
Oh,
food.
yes,
we be eating.
It's dessert, then Blue Chew.
Right.
Mhm.
And it's licensed by physicians, so you ain't, you don't have to go to the doctor's office and wait for the pharmacy to do all that. Nah, you just fill out your information, bada bing, bada boom, you got it.
Blue
They
Chew.
send it in a little box, a little package. Nobody knows what it is. It's discreet.
It doesn't have to be.
It
don't-
don't have to
it
be.
don't
Ain't
have
no
to be.
shame.
No,
They
no
they
shame.
could I could have had a woman deliver it. I'd be like, you right. And what?
Come in a
What?
wedding ring box. Like, cling.
It's a better, cheaper choice than some of them other brands. And go to bluechew.com for free shipment.
Free shipment, man. Come
First
on,
shipment's free. All you got to do is pay the $5 for the shipment.
man. You can't beat that.
$5 for a good time with your lady?
$5.
You
Ooh,
can't
$5
beat that.
Deal.
$5. Free. All you do is pay for the shipping. That's for you. So that's bluechew.com. BLUE chew.com. Promo code /issues. And you get to try it for free. That's the thing. You're just trying it.
Mhm.
Let's say you're like, this ain't for me. Well, it didn't hurt you. But if it is for you, you know what I
Right.
mean? You didn't show it out.
You have nothing to lose.
You
Everything
have
to
nothing
gain.
to lose.
Nothing to lose.
Why
Everything
not?
to gain.
Yeah,
Why
nothing-
not?
And even if you'd be like, I'm good, try it anyway. I'm
gooder.
good, and I tried it. I mean, she was like, all right, that's a lot. But hey, I tried it. Go ahead and try it. Bluechew.com, promo code /issues, and get it for free. Pay $5 for shipping.
Boom. There it is. What would y'all do if y'all got hemmed up by the cartel and he was like, give us a set?
Oh, nigga, I'm killing. First joke. You ever see a kid going to the door?
What is that?
I'm
That's your
up there
closer?
giving them the show of my
Kill
life.
it. I'm murdering.
So we cut this dude's head off, right?
I'm not
Fucked him up.
pandering.
Yeah.
I
You ain't
gonna
I ain't even
pander?
going to
No.
touch on the cartel
No, you ain't
gonna pander?
material.
No,
I'm going to just be like,
Y'all dead, man. I'm pandering.
I'm not pandering.
You gotta
because-
relate to your
because
audience.
Yeah,
you
you gotta
might
work the
slip
room.
up. You might slip up and say something wrong, and that's why I'm like, I don't want to mess.
I'm just
he,
kidding, baby.
he knows too much.
right. You like you
pull
said,
out
like
the
you see that.
AK-47.
You ever cut somebody's head off? We don't do that. Oh no, that's not what I meant. I mean,
I was watching
gonna leave-
Sicario the other night. We hate that
wasn't
movie.
you on Gangland?
You're going to try to pander at least one time.
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm
I'm
going
going.
like, they ever come up light on the shipment? That'd be scary
I'm
as
be
hell,
like that
man.
kid on the internet when he was crying, doing it down.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm gonna force it. I'm gonna be killing though.
I'm going to just try to join. I'm going to be like, you know what? This comedy really ain't for me. Tell me what I got to do.
Nah, you gotta work the dude that's following all the instructions. That's who you have to talk about, because he can't kill you without this guy. So it's like,
Oh, you got to the peon.
murder
Oh,
the
yeah.
peon.
Roast
Find
the
the
peon.
peon.
What if he make an example out of you, though? He like, I ain't
He
taking
make
it
a
from you.
name for himself.
Yeah.
Remember, he killed the comedian. That's when he moved up in the ranks.
Right. And all the peons, the peons eventually, El Chapo wasn't always El Chapo.
Right.
He was a peon at first. And he was like, I'm
always
done
start
with this.
They don't come in straight at the top.
You be that dude like, look at this dude's shoes. And they like, he's like,
He ain't taking it.
you got to drop him
taking
off.
over
He's like, yeah, I'm going to drop him off.
I'm doing no
already.
crowd work.
None.
Nothing.
I'm gonna talk about the cops.
Oh, that's smart.
I'm ripping the cops.
Federales, huh, guys? Who can you trust?
I'm ripping the cops.
You know what I'm saying? Cops. That's it.
But the crowd work, no. That's not
Nah,
happening.
man, it ain't safe.
You know what? I'm gonna get away with a couple cheers. You do a couple cheers. All
Toast to
gangsters
this guy,
Toast.
huh?
Yep, yeah.
DJ, give it up. Where the DJ at?
Kick it. You gotta.
Why shouldn't you be able to sell crack? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I think it should all be legal. Yeah.
The border, right, guys? Yeah.
What if there's like, that was a good first show. What you got next show? You got
You ready? Want a whole new set?
Yeah.
They cocked the gun.
that's show
We
number
want
one.
a whole new set.
It has to be the dope dealer doing lines. Just yeah, we want another one all night.
Oh,
It'll turn to a full weekend. All right.
that'd be terrifying, man. I would.
But if
hate
you
it.
won, no, they'd be like, you all right with us.
You good for life.
You
I'd be
straight.
sweating.
You good for life. If you do well,
Yeah,
you're good.
Well, you're good for their life.
I wouldn't
They don't
want to come
really-
back though.
No.
Tony,
When they call you back for the annual every year.
get that
It's
one
the
comedian.
boss's birthday.
They'd be like, "It's a car for you outside already."
You gotta go.
Tony in the middle of the show, they just in the back.
Man, sorry guys. I gotta go.
What if you was on stage and you just see him in the back, like,
I'll be like, all right, y'all. I'm Tony
name is
Bacon.
Tony
The show
Bacon.
just started. You did 10 minutes.
Tony be lose all kind of followers? Well, my life is on the line. What you
Yeah.
want from me?
They always have the bad situation for you. Yeah, boss just lost his daughter. We thought he needs some cheering up. Come on.
You gotta do it.
You got
that
it.
was
Come on.
sucked.
They already not killed you once.
Right.
Now you in.
So this is how you return a favor, huh?
Are
You
they
just
paying?
didn't do
Are
the-
they paying?
I'm sure they're paying.
Probably
great.
in coke.
Oh yeah, you
They're
can.
paying
Yeah,
great.
take these keys. You get them off.
I gotta do
Keep the
this,
change.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're paying great, like
Yeah, they probably
way
pay you
more.
great.
Yeah,
You survive that, they like, oh, you good.
Definitely.
but you'd
cash.
probably be at risk of being the anytime we need entertainment, you got to pull
Mhm.
up. But they
And
paying
they get wind of
fantastic.
me in the opposing cartel.
Oh yeah, he
So
makes.
they
them
try to
laugh.
capture me to make. We got your comedian here, tied up in the trunk.
They give you a gangster name. That's Tony Chuckles.
Tony Chuckles.
Tony Chuckles. That would suck, man.
You think they'll fight to get you back though?
Nah, the comedian.
Nah.
That's why you wouldn't get kidnapped in the first place. We're not high enough on the priority unless it was like, let's say a depression hit the world and the comedians was needed like that.
No, I'm saying it depends on. I'm sure.
No,
pretty
if
sure
I'm
Bubbles to
killing it for
Michaels-
one particular cartel, they be like, "Oh yeah, I had a
Right,
good time. Capture the comedian." And then they make a little video.
Yeah.
I ain't making it through that video.
You might. They might be like, no, no.
Y'all ain't gonna be
don't touch
laughing
him.
after this.
Don't touch it. We'll do anything to get him back.
If they save my life like that, then I'd be like,
Don't touch
this
Tony
is-
Chuckles.
Yeah.
If you know what? Actually, if they rescue me from the opposing cartel, I'm gonna be more confident to do crowd work.
Oh yeah, because they
Oh,
want
they-
me.
Yeah,
They
'cause
like-
they
yeah.
rock with me now, so I'm
Yeah.
be going in on everybody then.
And if they rescued me, that means we got a little rapport.
Yeah.
So I'm like, remember last week when he fumbled the drug deal? They go like, you did fumble. You got locked up. You had to do 5 years.
That's why you got kidnapped. I did. I did. I was scared, y'all.
He was crying in the trunk.
we all together on the inside.
But you know how we be rolling, we get too far. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And then remember he snitched.
The room get quiet.
he
just
did
said
snitch. you won't see him at the next show.
Sorry about that. I got caught. I was rolling. I got caught up in the whole thing.
'Cause there's always a snitch. Every
Always.
time, every organization has a
Always.
snitch.
It's been the bosses lately. That's crazy.
I've been watching stuff lately about like bosses snitching. They had a documentary about the first Mafia boss that snitched. Like he went in over in Italy. I was like, man, it was like a movie about it. It was called not Imposter. It's-
I just seen something like that too. It might have been the same one.
Might be
I
the
don't know
same
name,
guy.
but yeah.
and then he ended up.
He was the first one.
He was like the
In-
first main boss to really just like, yo, he really snitching out here. He was doing it in Italy, and so the way the chambers was set up, the cats you was snitching on was in the back, Like they had like jail cells in the back, so they was back there cutting up and flipping off, and like it was chaos in there. And they had the little window set up, like a little glass, and then one of the other mafia bosses was like, "I want to ask him questions right then and there on the stage." And he's like, "Yeah." So he went up there and he got shredded by the dude snitching, and the rest of the bosses was like, "Nah, I ain't going up there."
Oh dang.
Yeah.
One of the new bosses was snitching and was like, "Yeah, it just ain't what it used to be." And it's like, you're the head. It could be what it used to be.
It could be what it used
They
to
don't
be
have
if you
no
weren't
code no more, man. I'm snitching. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, you know. And then I was watching Gotti last night, because there's an ex-mafia dude that I forget his name, that he's doing YouTube videos now.
Michael something.
Yeah,
I've been seeing
with an
it.
F.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
I've
I
been
ain't
watching
seen
his
that.
stuff. He'll be breaking down. Yeah, he got YouTube content. Like, so he'll be breaking down like mob movies. Was this accurate? Was this a good portrayal? And like my top 10 mob performances. And so I was watching, and then that led me, because he was always talking about Armand Asante as Gotti in the Gotti movie that HBO did. And so I'm like, I've never seen that. And so I watched it last night. And he did do a good job.
Yeah.
As Gotti. I was like, this
Oh, he
dude.
did?
And the same dude, he was in American Gangster as a mob. Remember the mob boss Denzel was talking to?
Yeah.
He's like, you have friends, you can have enemies.
Yeah.
So he played Gotti in that.
He's good in everything
okay.
he did.
Yeah.
He's a good
Yeah,
actor.
he's a good actor.
And so I watched him as Gotti, and I was like, man, this stuff is good.
Is that Chaz?
No, you're thinking about
Chaz Pulmonary?
No,
Chaz Palminteri was in Bronx Tale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
He's good, too.
He rated Bronx Tale, and he was just like, he was just the little scene where they doing the dice game, and like, the Italians are very superstitious. So if it's one guy they feel like is a jinx, they're like, put a bag over your head. And he's like, I don't want the bag over my head. Put him in the bathroom. And then pretty soon they was piled up in the bathroom. He was like, that was authentic. And I was like, wow.
The mush scene was authentic.
He was like, man. And so he was going through all of that, and then he loved Denzel.
Oh, he did?
He loves Denzel. He was like, everything he does is just brilliant. And, his portrayal in American Gangster, he gave it a 5 out of 5. I was like, all right.
Denzel did. He
The
killed it.
gangster
He
did.
did.
Yeah. This is real
He loved
cinematography.
Denzel.
Hey, I'm right.
He was like, I believe him. Everything he does is just fantastic.
Y'all gotta shoot me his name. Now I want to see.
Yeah,
what
Michael Franzese.
It's like
or something
Francesca
like that.
or something like that, yeah.
I
No
didn't see
disrespect.
No
Yeah,
disrespect.
no
at all.
disrespect
He
at
seemed
all.
cool as hell too.
He was.
He had his daughters on there. He was asking them questions.
And he's
I
a
was
free
like,
man now. He
Yeah, he's
snitched
free.
on
He
the
served
mob
his
and then,
time.
He did
I
his
don't think he
time, right?
snitched though.
He told.
He did.
Yeah, he took the stand as well.
So
Oh.
he ain't really free then if he told.
No, he's free.
No, I'm saying.
No.
No,
free,
but I'm
free.
like,
Yeah, he ain't free,
He's
free.
somewhere they don't know where he at. I guess.
Right. Yeah, they don't never forget that.
I didn't know he told. I thought he just served time and was just like,
I believe he did. Well, maybe he
I don't
didn't.
know.
then.
Somebody gonna be in the
y'all let it. They
comments.
gonna
Before I
get in the
call him
comments.
that,
They'll be in the comments
I'm like,
Ray don't know
I
what
take
he
that
talking
back.
about. He didn't snitch.
Yeah, you putting that title on him.
let me look first. I'm sorry.
I just watched Casino.
I love
classic.
Casino.
It was this time around. You catch something new every time you watch it, and I was like, De Niro was annoying for when you met. What's the girl name?
You knew what she was.
Sharon
You knew who she
You knew
was.
what she
She
was.
was
Yeah.
wilding when you met her, bro.
Right, right.
And you signed up for this, and I'm like, why? Like when
But she did go down the drug path later though.
Yeah, but when he met her, she was flipping. She had already got into it with that dude. When he saw her,
Oh, yeah.
she was flipping the, the chips, blah blah. And I just happened to, I was cooking something. I happened to look up, and she did that. I was like, that actually would have made me be like, I don't want no parts
Yeah.
of that woman. But he was like, oh, yeah,
He
the
wanted her.
drama.
Caught up, man.
It was his one.
And I
So
was
yes,
like, hell
he,
no.
Michael Franzese.
Yeah.
He was an ex-mafia capo that turned FBI informant
Oh.
on Netflix's Fear City.
Oh, so I gotta watch
Okay.
Fear City.
Fear City, yeah. So he ain't free.
He snitched.
He said with confidence.
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
All right, so I gotta watch Fear City.
He must have signed some deal with the, I'll snitch, but it's everybody ain't going to jail, just
Yeah.
these people.
Just these certain people. But in the casino thing, once he started getting coked out and strung out with the ex pimp, that's when I was like, man.
But he was in love at that point. You know what I mean?
He was
but
all
when
in.
he the red flags was there before
Oh,
you
definitely.
before you
Oh,
knew
yeah.
her name.
Definitely.
And so I was just like, well, I didn't like. It changed my whole perspective. I was like, I I don't care.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
someone
feel
you're not
sorry.
going. That's someone you're not supposed to fall that in love with.
I don't
with
fall.
them
I don't feel
flags.
sorry for him. I don't feel like, oh well.
He was like,
Happy you was happy she was giving his money away.
Huh?
She was giving all his dough away.
She was giving his money to the pimp.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
You talk about Casino?
Yeah.
With the
James
ex-boyfriend?
Woods.
James
Yeah.
Woods.
But I was like, that's you get. Like I'm at a point in life now where I just don't. If you're an adult and you make like trash decisions, well, that's what you
It's
get.
the age-old tale. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
I was like, that's what you get.
That's what it was.
Right.
I seen it. I was like, oh, I seen that in real life
she
too.
was
It's like,
literally
no.
a
I've
hoe.
seen this story
She
before.
loved this person, and she
Yeah.
just went with comfort instead of who she loved.
Right.
And going back, I was
The
like,
decision.
oh, okay. I
Like-
seen it on a high school level. It wasn't quite as intricate, but it was, you know.
But
It
it's
happens
crazy
all
to
the
see
time.
that it no matter what age or who you are, he was a mobster and still fell for the okie doke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, technically, he wasn't a mobster. He was,
I mean, he was
connected.
super. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But he could never be. He was just a Jewish guy to them.
Yeah.
He,
Joe Pesci was the mobster in that joint.
Because that's the same as in
Goodfellas.
he couldn't be made because he wasn't
Right.
Italian.
Oh yeah.
But he was more. Robert De Niro in Goodfellas was more violent in Casino. He was
He
strictly.
wasn't violent.
He
in
wasn't. He
Casino.
wasn't that guy at all in
No.
Casino.
wait,
He
I
was
wonder
just-
if that
No, he
still
beat
stands.
James Woods' ass. Didn't he?
But no, he had somebody else do it. He never delivered
he
the
never
hands
physically
himself.
did it, yeah.
Hey,
In Goodfellas, he was delivering hands
Oh,
himself.
I wonder if that still stands, or if they're gonna actually, now that it's 2021, if they're gonna have a black mob leader. I'm like, they have a black cardinal in the Vatican.
That was another thing. Michael Francesi. I wish I could say.
Just
his
Michael
name
left.
correct.
We gonna be respectful.
Mike
He was
Keon.
saying because he addressed the racism in the mob, which is something I've always had issue with.
Oh, he
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, because he was talking about Bronx Tale, and he was like, I can't ignore this part of it, the racism. And he was like, the organization as a whole was not bigoted like that. But, you had a few people here and there, of course, but like.
Because they put it on
To make
thick.
it-
with
And they
the-
put
They
it on
laid it
every
on
movie.
thick.
Yeah, every movie.
And he was just like, no, that wasn't his experience with it. I was surprised. I was like,
Oh wow.
really?
Because I remember in Godfather, it was like he hires blacks. He works with they
They
was
was always
like,
looking
"Don't
down
do
on that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like pretty much, and from what I've seen in all the movies, it was anybody who's not Italian
Yeah.
was like, but especially us, they was like he lets black people do
Yeah.
drugs. And then in Godfather 3, they was on what's his name?
And for the most part, people when it comes down to money, they gonna get money with whoever. You know what I mean? For the most part. So I see why he would say he didn't experience it like that. You know what I mean? 'Cause
And I wonder where he is age-wise, because I'm pretty sure when it started, only Italian, only this, and then as it trickles down, like he said, people like, I'm trying to get this money,
I'm trying to
bro.
get
and
this
I know
bread,
this dude
bro.
down the street.
Right.
I think he's in
Frank
his
Lucas
60s.
is
Yeah,
moving
Frank
this.
Lucas
you know
over
what
there
I mean?
moving
Like,
weight.
Blah,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. So I think as it started going down, it was like, I'm going to get it how I get it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then it went from just like gambling and drugs to like, then now we pimping, and now we, everything. Because they weren't heavy in drugs at first. It was like
No.
gambling and I think women. And then the drug thing is like that's when they go off the rails.
That's when that was the common thread with everybody initially, because drugs wasn't popular until a certain time frame, and then they were like, all right, we doing numbers, but now we got this heroin, coming,
Right.
and that's where the real money.
I know there's some illegitimate half Sicilian kid out there that's next in line to run the mafia.
That would be a great movie though.
Oh,
The half black, you know what I'm saying?
And he
Yeah,
running
he's
the
trying
mob
to
because
rise
he got
in
the
the
he got the blood. He got the blood.
Cause you know them Italian dudes smashing these black
Right.
chicks.
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
He was in love in Bronx Tale.
Yeah.
Oh
He
yeah,
loved
he
her.
was
Sonny
all
loved,
in,
Sonny
man.
loved him some her.
He was all. I think that's
Classificio,
closely
you mean?
connected to Robert De Niro's heart because he liked black women in real life. So because he directed Bronx Tale. So
Yeah, I
he
thought
was
he
like, this
wasn't
is
he
my
supposed to be
story.
like Cross in that movie? Wasn't his name Cross?
Sonny.
No,
Wait, you talking
Sonny
about-
was the boss.
Sonny was
Cross
the
was the
boss.
kid.
The kid was Calogero or whatever.
Yeah, I
that's
had the
it.
names all
Color-
messed up. My
C.
bad. Yeah.
C.
They called him C. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great movie though. I love that movie.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
That does seem like it was based off Robert De Niro's.
Oh yeah, that was
upbringing.
personal for him.
Right.
He was like, man, I've been loving these black women for a long time. Of course, I'm gonna direct this. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
his secret letter to society.
Right.
They wasn't even doing the scene. He was like, and cut. No, you got to appreciate this
Yeah.
woman. Okay? You are not doing this correctly. You see this chocolate? Good. Everybody look at her.
She's a goddess.
And it was big racism in the Bronx Tale. It was
Yeah.
like, man.
Right, it was.
And in Jungle Fever.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, man. So
yeah, the black kids used to always come around the block and just be like, and they take off running in all those movies.
yeah.
They'd be like, oh man, the Italians are out, and just break.
Oh, in New York, do you have any racism
Oh, for sure.
instances like that
Well,
with Italians?
It's more so neighborhoods. Any neighborhood, it just might happen to be Italian, but any neighborhood you walk into in New York, you're this close to getting into something.
Just for walking in there.
They know who walks in and who don't walk in. It's every neighborhood USA. for the most
Yeah, that's
part.
facts though.
You're like,
Right.
who this? And then there's that one dude that's like, nah, why he on our block? You're like,
Yeah.
Ruckus, calm down.
Yeah, right.
Because like,
His name Ra It's short for.
because you take away Chicago and L.A., gangs ain't really like that. That's where gangs were huge. Everywhere else, it's mostly neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
this
the Bay Area is neighborhoods.
This is where we're at. We're here from here to here.
Right.
Don't come in here.
Don't come
like,
over here.
gang culture is big now, but back then when it was Chicago and L.A., and that pretty much was like it as far as gangs. And then gangs obviously now are all over the damn place.
Everywhere,
but it's
bro.
it's still
Even
it
Omaha.
was neighborhoods at first. Like we just our little area. We want to be territorial over these streets that
Who was this
our
walking
parents
down
pay
the
the rent,
street?
but we want to.
And
You
then
know, we
isn't
want
even
to.
everybody. It's like 3 guys on the block that just get everybody riled up enough that's like, hey, well, he fought for me the last 10 times. We got
we gotta fight.
Why
Yep.
you on the block? No emotion.
None.
While you walking down our street?
Did I get my lines right?
And this sucks, man. You just be walking down the street minding your own business. I remember these cats. We was in Chicago. On the block I actually lived on. And we walked past the soul food vegetarian spot that's still there. And it was these black dudes that was super like, they was about that Islam life. They looked it, you know what I'm saying? Not the suits,
Oh,
but
they
just
don't
like
play,
the
yeah.
garments and the turbans and and these cats was swelling up on us. I was like, I thought y'all was all about God and peace.
Peace and
They was
soul,
trying to
brother.
run up on us, and it was like 3 of us. We was outnumbered, and it was me, my boy Davin, and his brother Roland. No, Roland was the last name, but his brother was ready. And he was the youngest one of us 3. We're like, nah, man, just play it cool. He's like, nah, man, don't turn around, man. They coming for us. He was the loose cannon. I was like, on the block.
Right.
I was like, yeah.
That's what it usually is. When you watch these videos, it's usually 2 people being loud, maybe fighting, and everybody else is just watching.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's never everybody.
I hated the loose cannon person.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm always like, we fight if we have to.
Yeah.
We do, but I'm just trying to. I was so female. Girls. I always felt like if something goes down, it's gonna ruin trying to
The
get the
vibe,
girls.
yeah.
Like it's like so. I'm trying to avoid everything, and I'm like, who cares, bro? Like it's
Right.
boobs in here, man.
But they lighting
Look at
stuff on fire,
that
Keon.
ass. Yeah, and you always had that woman who's just like, I'm ready to go at all times. Like I'm ready to go with her. I want to go home with her.
Some people, bro, just got that fighting spirit
Yeah.
in them. They're
All
just
time.
fighters. Normally they turn into boxers. If they smart,
Right.
they turn into boxers,
Right.
whatever. But those ones who
They
don't
channel
turn
that.
into boxers,
They be ready.
they go from fighting to shooting because they're gonna get
Right.
their ass beat eventually. And then it's like, I can't beat him, because it's a fucking pyramid. Or
And he's fighting, falling asleep.
Right.
I've been watching him do like this.
no,
Now he just started like, yeah.
Making noise.
He fighting sleep right
Yeah, I
now.
was never
man.
the scrapper like
me
by
neither, bro.
choice.
Yeah,
All my scraps was like, okay, we have to do this now.
Yeah.
back against the wall.
Right, like we gotta do this. But going just to he stepped in my shoe. Oh well, okay.
Yeah.
I remember a dude took my wallet in high school, and we knew he took it. Everyone knew he took it, and then it came down to like, all right, I gotta confront
You gotta
this.
fight him. Yeah.
You just gonna let him take your wallet?
Yeah, exactly.
Walk around with my social security number. I said, nah, bro. I said, you gotta come outside, bro.
Did you come outside?
He like, hell yeah, we came outside and we fought.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Did you
had
get your wallet?
I got my wallet.
Nah,
back.
there's two DCs running
I
around.
got my wa- but I didn't want to though, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, man, I'm on a
The worst-
basketball team. It was like, Reg got
You
your
can't
wallet.
get your wallet took.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let it ride.
Yeah. They
You
like,
gotta
Reg-
pull up.
They say, Reg got your wallet. How you know? We seen them take it. I was like, all right.
That's the
And
instant.
then
You sure it was him?
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Right.
worst is the gas up and everybody. So you just gonna let them?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they showed you video. Look.
Yeah.
Look, we were sitting right there. Why
And
was
you
you
on the hoop
sitting
team,
there?
You
you
sure it was
popular.
my wallet? Look, he opened it up and zoomed in on your. It zoomed in
Got
on
your
your
ID.
ID. Like, all right. Man. Or maybe he gonna return it. Nah, man, he could have been returned.
I had my wallet, bro.
But if the money's still in there, it's not that big of a
Yeah,
deal.
he took the money out and he's spending it on these
video.
He edited. He paid the editor.
It's like, damn it.
Damn. Was your money in there?
Nah, that money was gone.
Oh, he
But
spent the
I
money.
got the wallet back. That money was been gone. The money was gone at lunchtime, but he gave the wallet back. But he
But
didn't
you
give it to
farted,
me
yeah.
directly.
I would have fought him a couple of times because he spent my money.
No, he took that
I'd have fought him, got the wallet back, and fought him the next day
I was like, I want
because I'm
it.
broke now.
Yeah.
And it's probably what I have like $20 or something.
That's
No,
a
you
lot.
was doing
But in
it
high
like
school,
that.
that's a lot.
I know, bro.
That's a
but I was
fortune.
like,
That's lunch every
You had
day.
a basketball star wallet.
$20 in the wallet?
in
I
high
don't think
school.
I had that my whole high school career.
Yeah, maybe like 20 something.
It must have been the beginning of the week. That's the only time I had 20.
$20. That's a
He
lot.
got me. He got
Man.
me good.
Matter of fact, I remember I was gambling and got up to $20, and I was like,
Ooh.
"Woo!"
What was
Dice?
your high school gambling game?
We played dice, but we also used to play this game called quarters.
Get like
Quarters
me.
was the
Quarters
shit.
is the shit.
We
You ever
called
heard
it
that?
Get Like Me.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
for those who don't know what it is,
Quarters.
somebody throw their quarters out, it lands on heads or tails. You got to flip yours. If it lands and you match, you get both.
Yep.
What happens is people start. You think it's quarters, not a big deal. People start getting down. Now you're flipping for dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So if it lands on head, now I'm down more. I got to flip 5. So I was making money and I was keeping it in the shoebox. My mom found the shoebox. It's like, you dealing drugs?
Yeah.
I was like, nah, we just playing.
This heavy ass quarters, you
Yeah.
dealing drug?
But I had dollars that I was
Oh.
exchanging them in, and I kept winning. And then she was
That's
like,
funny.
I don't want you at school gambling. I'm like, we just flipping quarters. She was like, no, because it gets. She got on
It was
me.
definitely gambling though.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
definitely.
gambling.
Yeah.
But I just figured it wasn't dice. It don't count. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Loopholes. It's not dice.
it's not
Boy,
dice.
give me
But
the
all
shoebox.
she saw was a shoebox full of money.
Yeah.
Well,
of
she was
course.
relieved that it wasn't drugs, obviously.
Mhm.
She's like, you doing? I was like, no, I'm just gambling. She's like, we shutting that down. So I-
We shutting the studio
Man,
down.
that paid for
damn
my
it.
bus pass.
Yeah,
for,
quarters used to
for
be
the
fun,
year.
bro.
On
Yeah.
It'd
gamble?
be like, yeah, we used to take 10 quarters each and drop them. You call heads and whatever heads yours, whatever's tails mine, came up.
That's dope.
we played it. I had the system. I would like hold it at the end of my
Yeah, you
thumb
could
and
kinda-
drop it, and it would roll twice. And then you cheating. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Nah, we had rules. It got to hit the wall twice. It's like, well, how?
no,
We
we
got to
just-
hit it twice.
It just had all I had to do was it had to just flip once. Like you couldn't like drop it.
Yeah.
It had to just do one flip, and that was it.
All right.
And
You
I
can
used
come
to be
up.
out there. You can. I used
You
to
come up. You be like, I got $2 now.
Because I was keeping it all in my
Shoebox,
wallet, but my wallet was getting too big. It was getting too puffy, so I started putting it in the shoebox. And I don't even know what she was doing in there. Like, I don't know what.
He was cleaning it up,
Because she didn't
man.
go in our room. Like, I'm a very clean person. There was
Yeah.
no reason. I forgot why she was in there, what she was
She was
looking
being
for.
a responsible
Right.
mother.
And I was
You
glad
one
she
day
went
gonna
in
be
there,
up in
man.
like, what you doing with
He
money?
done gambled his wife
Yeah.
away, man.
Because I'm not dirty and I'm not loud. Like, I'm not sneaky. So I was
Yeah.
like, what? I think it was an unintentional find. Like, I was looking for something else. Like,
Yeah.
maybe an
She was in there
old
on the flute.
photo album, or something that I
Uh-huh.
thought was in your closet and found the shoebox.
Shoebox
Keon
full
wouldn't
of
be
cash.
doing stand up
Yeah.
now. Still be flipping
Oh, he'd
quarters.
have been strung out on these
Still be
gambles
flipping
out here.
quarters. I think I want to play quarters now just for fun.
I would love to play
Yeah, just
right
Play
now.
quarters with some people.
Keon ain't in Vegas. He in some alley flipping quarters.
He'd have
I
been
got
like
it down.
Uncut Gems over
Right.
here.
And then college, I shot dice, but then I realized like
Keon really gambling.
You gambler.
that's when I was like I understood like how it gets to a point because I took he was on his way out and I had to go somewhere. I was like, I gotta go. He was like, nah, nigga, like you gotta. Make me or break me. So he had threw his jackets
Oh, yeah,
in
you
there.
can't leave
now.
the
Oh yeah,
Like,
no.
you trying to
People
leave
you
miss
the
gotta give
class.
me a chance to win my money back. And I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, I gotta go.
Mhm.
And he was like, nah, nigga, we playing, and I was like, all right, well, I guess we're gonna keep shooting.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
Plenty
gotta
of
break
kids
'em.
miss
Yeah,
class.
he wanted to be naked. Like,
Yeah.
we not leaving Tom naked.
Yeah, you can't.
I was like,
There's been a
damn,
lot of
bro.
people that got
Yeah.
shot or beat up
And
for leaving
I
the
started
game.
seeing like how he was acting, and then how like everybody around started acting. I was like, this is how it gets.
Gambling
Right.
is-
And that's when I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm not.
Right.
I'm not
Oh
doing
yeah,
this
he
no
see
more.
his sandwiches moving, leaving out the fridge. You
Yeah.
see everything.
They
like,
started.
that's
It was
my
getting
last.
real. I'm just like, bro, we just playing with the money coach gave
Nah,
us. You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Well,
They
yeah.
was like, nah. When he threw his coat in, I was like, oh, this is getting real. And it was when the 8-ball coats was popular. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
8-ball jacket.
The ones you don't get dirty.
So yeah,
Right.
you can't start getting me like rings and shit. We just
Yeah.
doing money, bro. Don't start checking off
Right.
your
Look out,
shoes.
man.
Yeah, I don't need
You know what I'm
that.
saying?
And then, Taking
Oh,
off
yeah.
It's $100 pants right
Yeah,
there,
like,
man.
I want all that.
He's
That's
sitting
just
there
in
in
the part of the
drawers,
story
like,
now. I
man,
had him out
cue
in
it
his
up.
drawers.
He rocking back and forth like that dude on belly.
On belly?
Nah, man, cue it up.
Go
man.
get yours, V.
And the thing is, I didn't even want the jacket.
Yeah.
I just want. I won.
I
I
want
just
the
want
cash,
the money. I
man.
just want the money, bro.
Come on, man.
He's
Nah,
like, I got
man.
collateral. I'm
Yeah,
like, this,
taking
what
off
you
his
doing?
finger ring, his granddaddy
Yeah, like-
ring.
He's still gambling to this day,
Yeah.
man.
I just want to win and go home.
And the thing is, you saw like we was cool, we was teammates.
Yeah.
But I saw how like he was a hood dude though,
Mhm.
and I saw how
Where
he
you
was,
seen where he came from.
he was getting, and I was like, bruh, like,
It made you not want to pass him the ball no more.
well, he was just bench. He didn't play, so-
right.
He was just benched.
That makes it more dangerous.
right?
Yeah, he
Because
was
he didn't care
bench.
about him being on the team. So he was like, no, we could. I'll
He ain't
kill
got
you.
nothing to lose if need be.
He was like, we
I'll
got a
get
game
cut
tomorrow.
from the team.
Every
man.
teammate I got into it with weren't like it didn't matter. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like the dude that I actually fought, the last fight I had, he was a bench player. Like
Yeah.
he didn't, so he was like, I don't care about
Loose
this.
cannons, man. I've been on this bench.
Yeah.
It's the only action I'm gonna see. Square up.
So it's like and that's what made me stop. Like I was like, all right, I'm done. So now I only play with like friends. Like we playing with friends.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, all right, cool. But
Yeah, I can only do it for fun now.
yeah.
I can't do it with my last dime. Like, I got to come up off
No,
this game.
no.
Just, nah.
Last
Like, we just
time?
doing it for fun, like game night.
Like, what's the
Play
game
some
we
quarter-
The only,
playing?
the only gambling I do now is the left, right, center
Yeah.
that we play.
I'll play
you
that.
know, you
What's that,
roll the
$3?
dice,
Yeah.
you put your
$3,
$3 in, and
I'll
then
do that.
Sabrina always winning though. Man, I'll be like, God damn, let me win.
Cotty won last time he played, and I was like,
Yeah,
Sabrina be like, I want to go to bed. You be like, no.
Sabrina will win and just be like, I'm good for the day. Nah,
Smart.
get back
you
in
gotta get
there.
up out of there. You got to
Nah,
get
she
up
be
out
out.
of
I
there.
am.
Sabrina be like, I'm good.
You got to take it.
Look
When
at
I
that
go to
win and dip.
casinos, if I come up, I don't care if it's $50. If I win, I walk away.
Yeah, you know, you
I'm
got to
good.
know when to walk away.
Because some people be like, I want to double it. I want to triple it. Like, I remember we went to, when we were in school, we weren't old enough to gamble. So we would go up to Canada to gamble because we could at 18.
Mhm.
And we would go to casinos and
Keon was really gambling.
He was a gambler.
I would play the slots, the quarters.
Oh, look
You know
out,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Dice, quarters, slots.
I barely even know what's
Going
going
to
on
Canada
on the slide.
just
I'd be
to
like,
gamble, but
yeah.
keep going.
So we would do it, you know what I'm saying? I remember I won $90.
Mhm.
I left. Homeboys was like, nah, we going to keep going. I was like, I'll be in the car.
Yeah,
All of a
$90, man. That's a good come
In
up.
college? $90?
Oh,
$90
man,
is
my
a
whole
good come
Vegas
up.
trip is based off what I do that first day and how much I'm up. Because I'm like, all right, cool. I'm still up 50.
Yeah.
Nah, cool. Still up 35. And that's my whole rest of my trip is how much I'm up.
Can you go to Vegas without gambling though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Some
sure.
people can't.
Yeah.
Like I can easily go to Vegas and be like, all right.
Oh man, I've been to
Just chill.
Vegas so many times.
Yeah.
Vegas
I've
and Reno, and I do nothing.
Go see
gambled
the
probably
shows,
5 times in Vegas.
Right.
I go to the
But I've
pool.
been like 87 times.
And what I'll do is
Sometimes
like,
it's fun though.
I'm only even in there to get the free cocktails that they. So I sit at the slot machine and just play a penny. You know, because they bring in free drinks. I just
Right.
want the free drinks.
That's funny.
So I'll just be in there playing pennies with these old ladies.
penny
you know what I mean?
slots.
Penny slots.
Occasionally, I really got into roulette for a little bit. Like I would go to casinos
I like
and play
watching.
roulette. I like roulette. And, you know, it was just like, and then I've won and I've lost. I've lost and then made even and got the hell out of there. But then I just stopped messing with the roulette table. And then last time I gambled on blackjack, I think it was me and Chaz there. We was sitting there at the blackjack table. Nah, I gambled since then.
Now, do you gamble or do you just play? Like, gamble means you know everything about, oh,
Yeah.
I'm play the blacks and the green on the roulette. And
Roulette, I started really getting into it. Like I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. Because initially I just went in, I'm gonna bet on black. I was just doing the colors, and then I started getting into like, I was watching everybody. They put a stack here on the
Yeah.
number, and
Oh, you started knowing everybody else move.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah.
If you watch long enough, because on the ships we're not allowed to gamble.
Yeah.
But we can watch.
Mhm.
And I watched so much poker, blackjack, and dice that I like got into it.
Yeah.
From the size, and I was like, if I had bread, I would put. I saw one dude, he kept hitting 8, and I learned how like the doubles and double. You know, I learned all of it, and so the more I kept watching, I was like, I will put this here,
Yeah.
put that there.
Right.
But I'm also a person. It was one dude. He was playing with the black chips. These are like $1,000 chips. So he's in there, either go home, you know, go big or go home, and he's killing. And I was like, I would just ride with him for a second. And it was some dudes that you could tell they're gamblers, like they can't walk away. I watched a dude. He was up 1,000. Leave. Just go.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
why?
like, nah,
and he
man.
kept in his money. I'm just watching it go. I'm like, walk away.
Nah, look out.
The next thing you know, I'm going to the ATM. I was like,
because
man.
you always trying to get back.
Yeah, it's
And you
Once
was
you
already
take the
up.
L, you got to get back to where you once was. And
Like
then
I'm
they'll-
at the level where I know the sayings, but I don't know what everything means.
No,
So
just
I
watch
could
it.
play, and it seems like, oh, hit the hard way, yeah, put some shoes on that. But I'm
He got
just
the turn.
yelling stuff
I had
out.
nothing to do after the show, so I would just sit there and just watch.
I just go by everybody else's excitement when they be like,
Well,
yeah,
that's
I
the
be
thing.
like, yeah.
I would hear a loud table, and then I'd start watching, and then I would just really get into it. Like, and I'm seeing people win.
Gambling is fun, man.
It's fun, especially if people are winning, because everybody's
Oh, yeah.
excited. And then I understood why everybody gets excited, because
Yeah.
everybody else is winning, because this person's winning, because they're putting side bets based off
Right.
whoever's hot. So even when they finally crap out, the whole table's like, hell yeah, you made me X amount of money
Right.
because you was hot on the
Yeah.
dice.
It's funny seeing people lose them chips and they just be sitting there and
Oh, they
taking
just
it.
look silly.
They had a cigarette and I just see, they just scoop
The
them
way
little
they
chips
scoop
off.
it
Man,
is so cool.
they scoop hundreds of dollars out. You just sitting there like.
You're not gonna beat the dealer. They got unlimited money.
You ever see the delayed leave though? They scoop all the chips off the table. They be like,
It's even sadder on the outskirts at those casinos. Where like, it's that last.
man, I've been like, oh.
But if
That
you
had to hurt.
killing, they'll come change that dealer out quickly.
Oh yeah.
Oh
You
yeah.
murdering,
Because the
you-
casino like,
you
hold
up.
on now.
You
There's
out.
somebody
You
else.
see this
in
little
there.
move? That means
We need a
go.
cooler in here.
Yeah, we need someone that's
So they'll come in there with a new
the
deck of
big dog,
cards,
yeah.
They'll come in there and then people start losing. But if I was that person, I would just leave. Once you switch on the dealer,
Once the dealer switch,
I'm
I'm
out.
out. I'm gonna follow the dealer to the next table.
Who drives that gray Camry?
me.
Are you behind Brennan? He's got a clock.
Yeah. Give me a second.
Oh man,
Where
let
we at
Brandon sit
time-wise?
in
What
there.
time we at?
Where we?
Hour 5.
Oh,
oh, we good.
All
We can
right.
do questions.
You wanna just end it
Are you
now?
leaving?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay.
You want to just end it now, or
I gotta talk to you about something.
Move the
We can
car.
do some questions real quick.
you need to move right now, Brennan? You leaving right now?
I am leaving now.
All right, I got you. Hold on.
All right.
Just call me Keon.
we
Alright.
gonna.
Brennan's ruining the show, y'all.
I'll be right back.
We was
what
gonna
it
give
is.
you more, but
Brennan is
when
ruining
DC
the show.
leaves
So
in-
now we thinking about ending the episode because Brennan ruined the whole synergy. You know what I'm saying? This is Brennan's fault.
Sorry, guys.
What'd he say?
Your butt stinks.
Oh, butt stinks.
I said, "Yo, butt stinks."
Booties be stinking, y'all.
They be wild.
Facts. This is facts out here. But while DC is gone though,
Let's
we
get
could do
a
a
question.
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 We could do a question.
I definitely
Let's
wasn't
get it.
looking.
I got a question queued up for you guys. This was a long one. Shout out to Antoinette AC. She has two questions actually.
Okay.
Antoinette AC. All right. First of all, much love to you guys, your families, and production team. I celebrate how much relationship health is promoted these days, especially in the black community. Black Love series, the Love Hour podcast, etc. Okay, first question. Do you think your path to fatherhood would have been drastically different if a lot of current resources had been trending 15 plus years ago?
I don't get it.
So do you think your path to fatherhood would have been drastically different if a lot of current resources had been trending 15 years ago? Current resources, I take it like Uber,
I probably would have had more
internet,
kids.
social media.
I don't really get the question, so
That's what.
I'm
So
thinking
she's
if it-
saying, do you think your path to fatherhood would be drastically different? Well, you're a new father, so don't
Yeah,
really
I'm like
apply to
15
you.
years ago
'Cause ain't
with-
really much, but 15 plus years ago, no Uber,
It's
no
a different
social
ball
media.
game, no. If there was Uber and social media and the
15 years ago.
Airbnbs and
Yeah.
man,
That's a different. I don't know, like, because I became a father at 20. I guess Serene was in the oven when I was 21. I became a father at 22. So, and 22 now, man, it's prime. We on social media. We do. You got transportation if you need it. Because this is at a time, I got my raggedy car. I still got a raggedy car, but you know what I'm saying.
guess
I don't
I'm-
know if everything would be that different for me.
I'm confused if she's asking, like, going to be a father or being a father already, and how you parent.
Probably, she said your path to fatherhood. So I'm assuming like even having kids.
Yeah.
What's the question?
Okay, do you think your path to fatherhood would have been drastically different if a lot of the current resources had been trending 15 plus years ago?
I think it would have. I think I would have had more kids because more people would have had. Like now, everybody has access to you. Back then, you had to actually go out and meet people
Yeah.
to forge these relationships. Where now it's just like internet. So everybody, you could have fell in love 15 times back then.
That's facts.
Before one time. So I think I might have had.
And you know, more distractions. As opposed, it was less distractions for me then than it is now.
So imagine you was in high school and wherever you was going to play high school, they knew who you were
So then I
because of
probably
social media, and if you were good in high school, then that boosts the level of your activities at that time.
I wouldn't. For me, my path wouldn't have been any different because I purposely didn't have kids because I was wild. And if we'd had social media, then even though social media started popping when I was in college, but it wasn't where it's at now. But if it had been that when I was in high school, I'd have been like, no, I'm doing this, and I'll have the kids and the family later, like I did now, because I was like, no, I'm about to act a fool. So my path to fatherhood and a family wouldn't have been any different. I definitely would have still started later.
DC.
But DC started at 6.
Yeah, I had my kids early anyway, so
You think you still would have had them early?
with everything that was going on,
Yeah, like
You would have
everything
more.
that's available now back then.
yeah, I think I would have had more kids if I had everything available now. I think so, because for me personally, it's just I wish I had more kids out the gate anyway.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You would have had more kids with different women?
That's the tough part.
You had 4 or 5 baby
I
mamas
would have had
at the same
probably
time?
two mothers,
Okay.
2 different mothers.
And that's
could do
something I was always really against. No, not to anybody.
Yeah.
Life happens. But I'm growing up, and maybe it's because we grew up in a traditional family. I was like, I will never have baby mom. Like, just watching what people go through, I was just like, I don't want to. I mean, we've talked about it before. I learned lessons via other people.
Right.
And I was like, I had to tell my dad that because, dads beat themselves up all the time. I was like, even in your mess ups, I still learned lessons,
Yeah.
like of what not to do. But I didn't need to go through certain stuff because you did it. And I was like, nah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I was like, so, I'm definitely watching others. I'm like,
Yeah, I used to say that too. I used to be like, man, I ain't never having kids out of wedlock.
No, I didn't.
And then I didn't have the choice. When I was like, yeah, we ain't. Oh, we are? Okay. This what we doing?
I refuse to ever wait. You pregnant?
You
now?
did- you
Oh,
did it.
all right.
This what we doing? Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a tough question.
But then
That's
you
a tough
also-
question. I'm still trying to understand.
It's
it,
hard
bro.
hitting.
You also get people that are falling in love with you. Like now, a lot of people fall in love with you off of what they see on your page before they even meet you.
Right.
So if you add that to high school sweetheart, or people fall in love with you back then, since you had kids in high school, me right around after, but
Right.
same difference. It was the puppy love. It brings a whole different energy to puppy love.
Mm-hmm.
I love the energy I had
You
when
like,
I was
nah.
younger, having kids.
Yeah.
I don't have
gonna
the
happen.
energy right now. I think for kids,
Oh, you like, man,
Yeah.
forget it now.
but the young energy you have raising kids,
Yeah.
and you can just play with them, and you know what I mean. Now I be, y'all know I need my naps.
Naps.
Did you answer?
over here. Huh?
Did you answer?
I don't think I gave a definitive because
I can't give
it's
a
tough
definitive, yeah.
because I definitely would have been more distracted because I know when social media hit, it was a distraction. Like, from MySpace on up, it's just like,
Man.
and then, after I got divorced and I was, single, I was single for mad long after my divorce. and you got access to so many, people. It's just like, I'm single then. You know what I'm saying? I'm having a good time out
Different states too.
there. Yeah, there's no wherever you at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there wasn't different states back then. Well, it didn't feel like there was different states back then. It was just your little circle, your little
Yeah,
neighborhood,
it was
your
just
little city.
in your community, literally. Anything else felt like, man, you across the world.
They were
across the
considered pen
galaxy.
pals. Now it's just like, oh,
now
no,
it's
you just
like,
like
whatever.
him.
Me and Sabrina hooking up. She was in New York when we started talking. So it's like it definitely would have changed things, I think, for me,
Right.
because it would have just been a lot going on. Honestly,
You know what? Now that I think about it, I might have been even later.
What,
Like
having
that
kids?
much- yeah, like having that much access. Because I met Cotty, I was 26, 27. So I was still like, wow. And I just happened to be like, oh, this is dope. But I
Right.
was getting, social media, it still wasn't
It wasn't what it is now.
what it is
Nah.
now.
Uh-uh.
So had I had, like, even probably, 30s, I'd have been like, nah, I'm out here. Like, I'd have had to get burnt out. Like, burn out and then be like, okay.
Yeah.
Now let me find somebody that I can actually like. That's the problem too. I was like, when I always thought about having kids, I always thought, if it goes south, who can I still raise this child with without the headaches and without the
helicopter,
right?
About the chopper.
the chopper.
I thought it was gonna go that way, and it was like
It
nah,
came close.
I'm
It's like, all
gonna
right,
get-
zoom in on these cats right here. Lower the ladder down. There's a lot going on right now.
Keon's trying to call Kendrick, that's all.
That's on
Hey,
here.
man, we in here in the podcast, guy. And she got another question, too. Do you know DC/Tony/Craig or plan to Chaz/Keon teach your kids a more intentional approach to relationships by putting them up on some of today's media, books, etc.?
Sorry, I wasn't. What was it again?
So do you know or plan to teach your kids a more intentional approach to relationships by putting them up on some of today's media, books, etc.?
With me, no, because I that's someone else's experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and to me, you can learn from other people's experiences, but the best teaching is going through it themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So my daughters, I prefer that they learn a lot through. I don't want them to read a book or watch a movie because what might work for someone else might not work for them.
Right.
You know what I mean? So for me, I personally would prefer that they learn it on their own. I mean, you can take from a lot of people's experiences, but like I say, the best, like with stand up, the best teacher is that stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting on there and going through it yourself. So, but I would never tell them to be like, no, don't listen to that book or don't listen to that movie. But I would just tell them,
Right.
go by what works for you.
And I don't even have like a book or
Yeah,
frame
me
of reference
neither.
in mind. You got to read
This
this. So
book,
you got to
exactly.
watch this right here.
Yeah.
I don't even know what
I
that
got
is.
none of that.
I don't even believe in books for life, if that makes sense. Like, there's parenting books. I ain't read no damn parenting. You just
Exactly.
learn how to. Ain't no read this relationship book and then you'll never get a divorce. Like, that's
Right.
not. That's
Kids-
just people getting over on lost people.
Right.
Or people like because Cotty was like, when we first was she was like, we should read this, and I was like, did our parents read?
Right.
Did they? No, you just have a kid and you figure it
And
out.
you figure it out.
Like,
That's
it's-
exactly because
it's
kids
just-
don't go left all the time.
Right.
Sometimes they're gonna go right. You
And
know
then
what I
even
mean?
the stuff they keep changing the stuff in the book. Put them on the stomach. No, sleep on the back. That's changed like 1,000 times.
Right.
They don't. So I'm like, dude, you can't. So especially when it comes to relationships, when every person that gets with another person is going to be a completely different situation, how are you going to
Absolutely.
read a book on that?
Right.
Like,
With-
no.
With me, I give them certain books just more so for when they communicate with people. Some people go off of books where they could get their references from, so they're not just always referencing like, when Gina and Martin had a problem.
Yeah.
It's just certain books that I give them so that they can understand and communicate better.
Right.
But for the most part, it's a lot of times now it's teaching them that you only get one chance and stuff. So be mindful of it and watch the things you do. Any of those books that I could get them, I try to, from the 50 Laws of Power to Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's just so that they could communicate in any situation that they're in.
I definitely see the value in
And
books.
that, but
And
that's
Yeah.
not a specific relationship. book.
Even
No,
that.
they're- but with
Even
those
that.
books, I don't know any. But Conversations with God is one of the relations, but it's more so about loving yourself type book.
Yeah.
But it's just so they could communicate with other people. I don't really know any like relationship.
I guess when it
books.
comes to that stuff, I just feel like that's something I can just tell them.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
some
man,
people really value
You can-
like
most
reading
people
a
that
book
write
from a
relationship
Oh,
books
yeah,
outside
we know.
source.
are in
Yeah.
bad
We
relationships.
know that.
Yeah, because it's like, but I see the benefit in books and why people make them and why people read them, and they're not always anybody that reads a book is not automatically like I'm getting all my answers from this. It's just like extra pointers, extra tips. Maybe it's stuff that they never thought about that they could apply to their lives. So it just depends on what they take
You
from it.
take what works for you
Exactly.
out of it.
So
you know what
I
mean?
definitely see the benefit of like whether it be relationship books, chess moves, power, business. I see the value in like books.
Now I get it as far as it depends on, like, let's say I'm have a relationship with my kids and I hope this never happens. I have a relationship with them where they just like, I'm not trying to hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then take it from somebody else, because a lot of times people just don't want to hear the people in their circle.
Absolutely not.
I ain't said
Chaz.
nothing different. That's what I was saying. That's why I was like, we know somebody like that. A lot of times I'm saying the exact same thing that this book is saying or that this person on TV said, but you just don't want to take it from me.
Right.
So here's a book, and you know, that's it. But if we have a good relationship and they just be like, Dad, what do you think about? Well, I can just feed you.
Yeah, some people only get their shit from books.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I get that too. 'Cause sometimes everybody in your circle don't have the answer.
No.
And
Right.
a lot of times they're all doing the same thing.
Facts.
I get the finding an outside source.
Yeah.
but that's after you've exalted your inside
Right.
source. You don't go. You don't
Yeah.
not listen to your
And
the
if I'm
source
supposed
you
to be your
got.
parent, I feel like, all right, I'm not gonna tell you anything bad.
Right.
Like even when he was talking about communication, that's something I'm definitely gonna tell them. Like, learn how to talk to people, especially your spouse. You got to learn how to deal with your person.
Right.
Another question?
Let's see.
I'll save mine.
Oh, you got a question you made up?
You don't have
Yeah,
one.
I do.
Let's do.
I could
let's do
always
that.
tell in DC's face.
No, I always stay
He ain't got it.
prepared.
Let's do that.
You want to do it?
He's like,
Yeah.
oh, let me look through
I
my
like
phone.
DC's
It's going to
question.
take me a minute. to
I
look
got
through
two
my
questions
phone.
queued up from the audience, but
We can save this one.
No, let's do it, DC.
You want to do this one?
yeah.
What is it?
Okay. I got a bruiser.
Okay. Cue it up.
I got a bruiser.
Wait,
Cue
where
it
is
up.
it in the phone?
Yeah, it's on my phone.
Okay.
I keep it on my phone. I'm wait till this helicopter go by.
Shout out to Antoinette for those questions. Appreciate you.
All right, here we go. Question. You're at a young lady's house, and you guys are getting ready to go out on a date to a nice restaurant. And you're being a gentleman. You're
Mhm.
taking her and her 4 kids out
Jesus.
on this date.
Okay, 4 kids.
On this
You just
date.
sprung
4
that
kids.
on us.
Just sprung it on you. You notice. It's in the notes. She had 3 in the notes, but 4.
Okay.
You notice that the kids that she has, they all look a little malnourished. They haven't eaten. You can tell they don't eat a lot, and you're getting ready to take her on this date. You go use the bathroom before you guys go out, and you hear her in the living room saying, "Okay, kids, we got a good one. When we get to this restaurant, I need y'all to order whatever y'all want to order off that menu, and just abuse this man."
We hearing her
You
say
hear the combo. You hear the full combo
this.
of her saying that. Are you still going on this date, taking her and these kids out?
Absolutely not. This is an easy question.
You know what?
No.
I feel conflicted. I'm like,
Malnourished
you
kids?
got to feed
You
the kids.
evil.
We're not going to the restaurant. I grabbed him something from 7-Eleven. But she ain't getting none of it.
From 7-Eleven.
The restaurant I had planned is out.
They got
I'm
little
going
pizza
by
bites.
myself. I'm going to
Honestly,
7-Eleven.
Once you said 4 kids, I checked out.
Trader
I wouldn't
Joe's.
even be here.
Malnourished?
I feel bad for the kids, but
You
I'm
don't
out.
feel guilty for the kids, bro?
That's not on me.
So you changing the reservation?
Yeah, I'm going solo.
Like, this is a first date? Like, how did you end up with this one with 4 kids?
This is a date. You guys are. You
How
love
did you
this
We've
get
been
woman.
talking for a while.
You've been talking to her for a while, and she just has 4 kids. You love her. You dealing with her.
Wait. So have I had interaction with the kids prior to this date?
Like, are you practically stepdad? Like, what?
Yeah, you know the kids. You've had interactions.
Because
but
if
this is
she
the
said, if
first
she's
time
telling
you're
the
taking
kids,
it-
we got a good one.
She already
I feel
told
like that's you trying to get over.
Oh, you was about to catch.
Yeah, he's gonna catch all that.
Man,
She done already told. She done already told
Yeah.
the kids. This their first time going to an expensive restaurant. You just happen to walk in. You just
But I
weren't
feel like
supposed to be
she's
there.
giving that speech, then your relationship ain't that. That's a weird speech for somebody you've been dealing with for a minute.
You don't know
No,
her
she's
like
been
that.
a complete fake.
Yeah, she's a fraud. That's
easy.
established. She's
yeah,
fake.
that's established.
Oh, I see it
But
as
the
this.
kids, though, is who I
The
feel
kids
sorry
don't have nothing
for.
to do with
But
it.
we're not going out to this restaurant.
Why?
No, I'm gonna grab them something.
I'm gonna go
from
to
Trader
Vons.
Joe's.
I'm gonna cook. Let's cook for the. You know what I'm saying?
See, with me,
And
it's
then I'm gonna call
different.
CPS.
You gonna leave on a sourdough? Oh, hater.
These
kids ain't eating.
Man, they not
They
eating.
not eating.
They ain't eating.
Well, with
That's
me,
wrong.
when I go on a date, I pick restaurants that I like, so I would take them anyway to the restaurant. But that would be like their last meal.
You
like,
taking
hey,
the mom too?
Yeah, everybody. We gonna have a good last meal because I'm gone. We gonna feed you.
There's no way I
We gonna
can
let you
take
see
the
what the
mom.
good life look like, feel
I would
like.
take the kids without the mom
Yeah.
before I took that damn.
That's
mom.
fair.
Yeah, I could do that.
Oh no, I got to beat it up one last time. Hey, we getting it all. We
Sharon Stone over here.
For
This,
sure.
this is casino right here.
Ain't
I
no
paid for this
beating up.
meal. I beat it up before. We gonna definitely get
My
it in
package
again.
wouldn't even work no more.
Nah.
That's
Yeah,
why you
Limp
need a blue
Bizkit.
chew.
I think, me personally, I think I would take that last hit. But after the dinner, I would let her know that I heard what she said while I'm paying that bill. And I'm just never
I
dealing
want
with her
her to
again.
know as soon as I come out the bathroom. I heard everything you said. It's like Harold and Kumar. I heard everything you said. I'll take these kids to get something to eat, but you ain't going. There's no way I would be able to buy her a meal after that. Nah.
I'm a little more sad. I need that last hit. I'm like, hey, I already planned it.
Nah, man.
This is already out my wallet. I already
Tony's a
planned it.
no, Keon's a no.
I'm a big no.
I'm a
Hell
yes, and Craig's a yes.
I'm absolutely
For
not.
sure.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You
She a
like I
cold
even-
piece for that.
That's funny.
You like I even answered the question when she said she got 4
4
kids.
kids.
I wouldn't even know it. 4 kids? Hell no.
Man.
Any
dog.
more questions?
I think we good because I did
We
2
good.
from Antoinette
Okay.
and then we did
Yeah.
yours. So I think
He
we
ready
good.
to
I'll say
bounce.
this question for the next one. And yeah, y'all, we gave y'all an hour. And how much time, Ken?
30?
Oh hell
Woo!
yeah, man!
On
We
the
gave y'all,
dot.
we gave y'all a movie. Hour and 30
That's
minutes.
because I'm
man.
fresh off the road, so I know time again. I
Yeah.
know how long we've been on this.
We out here, man. What we got coming this week? Thursday. Do I got anything to promote? Come back to me. DC, what you got going? You gonna be in
Addison Improv.
Addison Improv.
Texas.
Shout out to Texas and the people at Addison, man. Y'all
Yeah.
pulled up. So go see DC and Marlon Wayans.
And Marlon Wayans. I want some
This
Papados
weekend.
too. Coming to get some Papados.
I'm gonna come check you out.
Pull
I'm gonna be
up,
out
Craig
there.
Reed.
You gonna be out there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go on over to Addison.
Yeah.
Come see me.
Now it's a
Yeah.
party.
They got a nice little arcade in there too.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think they did. Yeah. They
Going
got an
down.
arcade in there.
It's
Mhm.
going down.
Shout out to the Addison Improv. Craig.
Bigger's coming out soon. Bigger season 2 is about to drop, so y'all check out
Hey.
for that. Got some more stuff dropping, but it's in the works now, so I'll tell y'all about it next
You
year.
better say bye.
Keon.
I be feeling bad. I'm
Oh.
like, no, I worked on stuff. It just ain't out.
I feel that. Hey man.
I get it.
I get it.
Yeah.
Keon, you got anything?
Nah, I just got the Keon's All-Star Team drops every Tuesday at 12:30. New episode is out.
The short hair episode.
Yeah, and then y'all check out Kev's app. We working on something to where y'all will see it, but make sure y'all get Kev's out. I'm developing some other shows too. So if y'all like the All-Star Team, just be on the lookout for other shows.
Boom.
On the lookout. Tony
come
Baker
back
and
to you?
Friends is coming back February 12th.
Okay.
So assemble your $15. I think I got my lineup finalized. I think I want one more piece, and then we're going to go from there. So assemble
you
your
were already on my
dollars. There'll be more watch parties this weekend on my Patreon, so pull up. For those of you that watched, this is my last watch party. Gene, you know what I'm talking about. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If y'all got any questions for us, ask us in the YouTube comment section. We'll tackle them on the show. And if you got questions, say questions in all caps right at the beginning of the comment so I can find them easier.
So we don't got to hunt them down.
Yeah, because sometimes y'all will smuggle a question in at the bottom, and it don't even have a question mark sometimes, but it is a question. So make sure you highlight question, and then I can go, oh, okay. And then boom, we'll go from there.
Appreciate
y'all, man. Thank y'all for
listening.
watching.
We really appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Listening and
Say
sharing and talking about us and all that, man. I appreciate it.
Don't put your mouth on it though. Just say we out of here.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
We out here.